This is the No BS Coaching Advice Podcast. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm the head coach for NoBSCoachingAdvice.com, and welcome. I have been very busy coaching people recently. My schedule's been full, and I'm sorry I just haven't been able to keep up on my regular schedule of show releases. But I was listening to something today, and it really struck me. We all know that change is inevitable, right? This is not a big surprise. But we're actually pretty good at change, but we're pretty bad at reacting to it. Let me give you an example. I'm going to use a tech example, and that way it takes a lot of the emotion out of it. When you think about new technology, and I'll go back to the days when personal computers or iPods or any sort of new tech that you can imagine is released. Suddenly there's the reaction, and that's not the good gasp for many of you. That's the shock gasp, the one that basically your heart is racing, you've got anxiety, and you freak out. Is that the best way to put it? Freak out. And you pause and you go crazy and you talk up a storm about this. Oh, this is terrible. I remember a day back in the Stone Ages where people were freaking out about transitioning from typewriters, and they would have to learn the computer, as it was referred to in those days. I know it's ridiculous now, but people would become all sorts of anxious and scared and didn't know what to make of this and were terrified, and they were paralyzed by their fears. And then as they started to learn how to use the tech, use the PC, learn how to use an iPad or an iPod or any sort of new tech, they go, I kind of like this, right? And we kind of react that same way to any sort of change. We have that momentary freak out that sometimes it goes on longer, sometimes it goes on shorter, sometimes it goes on forever. And we're just incapable, so it seems, of transitioning from the old way to the new way. Each of us has to become better at transitioning to change, because change is inevitable, right? Things are going to change around us all the time. And we can pretend that that's not going to happen. We can freak out, which isn't really helpful, or we can prepare ourselves for change and become masterful at it. And I would just say the first simple way to master it is slow down and take a deep breath. And exhale slowly through your mouth. A deep breath. And exhale slowly through your mouth. Take a minute to just interrupt the freak out and slow yourself down. And remind yourself how many times you have gotten through other freak out moments and gotten to the other side very successfully. But the freak out is of no use to you whatsoever. It is not like suddenly a lion has appeared 20 yards from you and can outrun you. This is not what's happening. And that's really what the freak out was designed to do historically. We were living in the jungle and we would see something terrifying and we would suddenly, we would get terrified, and rightly so, because we are all descendants of the people who are able to, shall we say, avoid those situations or climb the trees faster and live for another day. That's what we're all here trying to do, is to live for another day. And most of the time, we're not dealing with terrifying moments. We are dealing with very simple occurrences. So take a deep breath, slow yourself down. And I hope you find this helpful. I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. If you're interested in my coaching, you visit NoBSCoachingAdvice.com. Check me out there. I look forward to helping you. Hope you have a great day. Take care.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.